Hi, my name is Ro. I'm a wife, a dog mum, a mum to a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. I'd consider myself a bit of a Jackie of all trades, but mediocre at most, at best. And I love matcha, being outside, dungarees, and I think I've got zero chill. I'm about to attempt to cycle the length of the UK from Land's End to John O'Groats, shortened to LEJOG, with my 2 children whilst my husband is working away. I'm going to take the iconic LEJOG 1000 route, which is a route designed by Hannah Reynolds and John Walsh, and their route takes you through picturesque villages, through stunning landscapes, and ultimately chooses the quieter road, which is obviously really important to me when I'm biking with kids. Most people take around 2 weeks to complete it. However, I'm obviously choosing a child-friendly pace, so I imagine it will take me around 7 weeks to complete. On average, we're looking between 25 and 30 miles a day. However, we obviously have rest days built in and some active rest days. So they're looking at more like 15 miles. And I think our longest day is around 36 miles. We'll wake up, have breakfast, have a play, get going. That first ride will be towards a location dictated around the children. So maybe a play park, a pump track, a space where they can roam around free. And then we'll look to do an early lunch and consider the baby's nap, so that the next part of the cycle ride is a nap ride to bash out as many miles as I can. Then we'll look for an earlier stop. That will be one that's probably dictated around a treat, maybe a donut, ice cream, or again, something fun for the boys to run around, spread their wings and fly a little before we then do the final leg. And then we'll hope to be at or around our accommodation by around 4 or 5 p.m. so that we can set up and then have dinner. I actually find this to be one of the most triggering questions I receive when I've told people about what we're doing. Like, people think that somehow we are just trying to tell the kids to buckle up, endure it, your mum's got a goal, she's gonna cycle the length of the UK, and you're just a byproduct of that. It's so far from the truth, because they are like front and center of every single stop. Much like if you had a long drive ahead, you're not just gonna get in the car and be like, nope, we're not stopping for the toilet, we're not stopping for food, we're not stopping to play. It is head down and drive. Like, nobody approaches a road trip like that. And we've done so many road trips when we lived in our van, when we lived in America, and we drove around the West Coast, we drove up to Canada. It would always be stops factored in around the children. And that is the same, it's just we don't have a car, we don't have car seats, we've got a bike and bike seats. The trailer they'll be strapped in, wear helmets, but they've got freedom to move and play. The bike seat, they'll be up and engaged in what's going on around them. And any time we stop, which will be frequent, will be to address their hunger, their need for movement, to run around and enjoy the adventure as much as I am. I find this quite an interesting question, and I think it's that onus on a parent to provide constant stimulation, activities, entertainment, because God forbid you let your child get bored. And yeah, I disagree with that. That's not the approach we take at home, it's not the approach we take on road trips, and it isn't the approach that I'll be taking into this bike ride. Because I actually see that when my children are bored, that's when they're most engaged in the activity they've created for themselves. They're the most creative in that time. So it will be a multifaceted approach and not one thing that we would need to do. If they're on the bike and we can talk, we'll be talking about what we're seeing, what we're going to do. We'll be engaged in songs and chatting and spelling. My 4-year-old's, learning his phonics, so we'll just do some of that. Then there'll also be the time in the trailer where they'll have access to trailer-friendly toys, they'll have access to books, they'll have access to audiobooks. But it's not going to be my greatest concern. It will just be part of our natural reflex to ensure that they're engaged in a way that addresses where they're at in that moment. I mean, to me, this is no different to how I would manage it at home. How many times have you asked your kid, should we go outside? And they say, no, I don't want to, it's raining or whatever. But you go outside and they have the best time anyway. So I think my job as a mum is to identify the root cause. If it's tiredness, then I'm going to try and encourage multiple naps or a nap for my 4-year-old. If it's illness, I will need to get medication and address it. And if it's something that I can see is escalating, then of course I'm going to stop my ride sooner, or I'm going to have more than one rest day according to their needs. If it's purely like, I don't want to do this, then it's my job to find something that will motivate them. Maybe it's food, maybe it's something at the next stop, and we'll talk around how we're going to get there and how they can be engaged until we get there for them to do something they really want to do. But I think at this age, it's such a perfect age, 4 and 1. Their needs are few and far between. They're so fun. The baby's learning some words. The 4-year-old's fully conversational. But it's all quick fixes, I think, for the most part, if they didn't want to do something. Yes, and quite frankly, I will be extremely grateful for any and all support that I receive, because it wouldn't be as enjoyable if I was completely doing this on my own as the only adult at all times. Initially, my husband will be there to get us going some ways through Cornwall. Then I'll be closer to home, so I'll be able to access some friends and some other family support. Then I'll be on my own for a bit, which is at that point something I'd be looking forward to, seeing how it works with the boys, the dynamics. And fortunately, my husband's working away, but is available to help from afar. And then my mum will be available around the time that I get close to my grandparents' house and my aunties, so that will be fun to catch up with them. My mum will then support me with her camper van up until through some of the way of Scotland, at which point I will also get to Andy's parents' house, where I'll also see my dog. For those asking, no, he's not coming. He's going on a little Scottish holiday from next week. And then my husband will be back from his work trip, and he'll be supporting me for the final couple of weeks till I make it to John O'Groats. When I have the support of my husband, I will be sleeping with the boys in our van. When I'm on my own, I will be using hotels and B&Bs. When I'm close to family, I'll be staying with them. And when I'm with my mum, who also has a camper van, but I will be using our tent for our setup for a little hub for me and the boys. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of the more challenging logistics, but I think you've just got to consider the ripple effect of if I booked everywhere, wasn't able to make it somewhere, it's gonna be quite disastrous. And I don't want that pressure on me or the boys to be like, you've got to grin and bear this. So we're gonna be flexible. We've got a good list of accommodation at each of the stops. My husband's available to book things as we're on the move. And yeah, we'll figure it out. We've got 2 nights booked and that's it for now. There is or will be a reel that's going to detail my bike setup, but the key facts that you'll need to know is a Genesis Quad de Fer 40 bike in Depeche Mauve. Absolutely stunning. And no, it's not an e-bike, although I'm sure there'll be times that I wish I knew it was. And second to that is the trailer that we'll be using to pull the boys, and that will be a 2-lay chariot. And the final thing is our gear will be carried in a variety of pannier bags. Yes, I am going to be fundraising for Pandas Foundation, who are an incredible perinatal mental health charity and provide endless services almost to support parents and caregivers during pregnancy and up to a child's first birthday. I mean, right now, getting started, the logistics, mentally and physically, to get us ready is a lot. However, I mean, I'm so excited to be on my bike with the boys and just think that we're human powering our way to explore the UK in a way that I've never done before, and to experience that with my children. You know, so that child-friendly pace is sort of going to be paramount to us all enjoying it, rather than it just being a head down, get through a location and endure it. I think their pace is going to really amplify the beauty, excitement and enjoyment in the challenge too. I will have that pinned to my highlights over on Instagram, so watch this space if it's not already there, but that's going to detail our stopovers, and in due course I will also be sharing everything daily on my stories, and if there's a possibility for us to link up, then I would absolutely love that to happen. This is a challenging one because I would absolutely love to share daily rides with the Adventure Mum community. However, I've never ridden this route before, and I also have chosen intentionally a route that isn't specifically a cycle network. It's going to be beautiful, it's going to be picturesque, it's going to be quiet, but I don't feel comfortable saying these stretches are open for people to join me, because I just don't know the roads well enough, and I wouldn't want to invite people and sort of feel responsible for others. At the same time, I also am flexible at my own pace. I don't want to feel obligated to have to be on a set day, at a set time, be in a set location. And I hope you can sort of empathise with that mindset and my need to not necessarily be open to sharing the journey, which is really sucky because I would love that. I just think practically it's just too much pressure and a challenge logistically for me to pull off. However, please watch my stories. I'll be sharing things. I'll be sharing planned stops. You can suggest planned stops, and we can absolutely link up as and where it feels like it's doable, achievable, and safe to do so. I start in 2 weeks today. I don't know when you're watching this, but that is the 19th of June. So if you take 7 weeks from that start date, I'm sure you'll be able to do the maths of when I should be landing in John O'Groats. Are you joking? Yes, I would love for as many people as possible to be there to wave me into John O'Groats, but I also understand it's pretty isolated up there and it's a big journey for most people, so there's absolutely no expectation. But again, watch the page, and in due course, if there's enough appetite, then we will make sure that there's something together to give you some more details so that you can plan ahead with sort of 2 weeks to spare to get yourselves to the finish line, so that we can organise some sort of mass celebration party. And thank you for watching. I've never done anything like this before, but I hope you enjoyed it. Very new to YouTube, so hit subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at British Adventure Mum, and let's get these tyres on the tarmac, baby. I love ya.